Hello, and thank you for visiting Graphene Business Law. My name is Pam Matani, and I'm the founder and principal lawyer here at Graphene. We serve clients virtually all across Ontario, and at this YouTube channel, we regularly post content that is most relevant to you as an entrepreneur or small business owner. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click on the red subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up. Today's topic is one regarding warranties. If you're just starting off in business or you have other connections of persons that are business owners, you might have heard the term, warranties. How long is this warranty for? What does your warranty cover? Is there a warranty? Now, it's important to know, in this video, by the way, we'll be going over a brief overview of this term warranty, more on the educational side of things. Of course, if you require legal assistance, you should consult with a lawyer. But big picture of what warranties mean, or what that term should flag for you when you hear it as a business owner, is there's a few things there. Warranty, one thing it can mean is that term for which you as a business or a business owner have undertaken to repair something for little to no cost if something goes wrong with the good or service you're providing. Something else warranty can mean is commentary as to the quality of the good or service you're providing, right? So that formal representation as to a good or service you sell, you provide. You're in the business of providing. When it comes to the latter, we know, and again, this video, Graphene Business Law practices in the province of Ontario, so we're talking here about the Ontario Sale of Goods Act. When it comes to the latter definition we discussed, Section 1 Sub 1 of this Act defines warranty to mean an agreement with reference to goods that are the subject of a contract of sale, but collateral to the main purpose of the contract, okay? The breach of which gives rise to a claim for damages, but not to a right to reject the goods and treat the contract as repudiated. Important there is the terminology of main purpose of the contract, and that's something we'll touch on later in the video. In other words, a warranty is not something necessarily that's talking about, warranting every minute point of your contract. We're talking big picture here. Section 12 Sub 1 of the Act discusses that where a contract of sale is subject to a condition to be fulfilled by the seller, the buyer may waive the condition or may elect to treat the breach of the condition as a breach of warranty and not as a ground for treating the contract as repudiated. Coming to this term that we hold today of warranty and the legal term, it wasn't always defined this way. There's cases where warranty was defined very strictly to mean, words on paper that we're looking at that the parties have signed, or that specific agreement parties have entered into at a certain moment in time. The case Hopkins and Tanqueray is one that was a classic in terms of conversations leading up to a contract being signed, not necessarily being capable of warrantying something. In recent years, we've seen that that's not the case, and the courts have expanded the scope of what can fall under warranty, the scope of, the kinds of representation on which reliance may be placed. And that's important for you to know as a business person warrantying something for someone else, or of course, as a business person entering into contracts, with somebody selling you something that you provide, or providing you a service that you then go ahead and use to better your business. That it's not necessarily that one moment in time when you're signing something that's the only thing that matters, although that matters a lot. But conversations leading up to that signing of a contract that induced you to act on the contract, that had you rely on the big picture of what was being said to you prior to arriving at that sign page, those conversations can matter as well. Something else I want to touch on in this video, and I mentioned in the Ontario Sale of Goods Act, we're talking about warranty as something going to the heart, the crux of a conversation, of a contract, of an agreement, of a representation. The question then is, well, what about the little things? so to speak, right? Because everything can become something of substance given the right circumstances and the right interests. But what about the little things? Well, we know that generally in courts, the deficiencies in goods or services provided that are minor and that can be easily corrected are not going to be enough, or have not been seen by the courts to be enough to just throw the entire contract away and to speak of the contract or the circumstances of the contract as one where the agreement has been breached and the contract can come to an end. The caveat to that caveat is that if enough little things start to add up, well, then we can be talking about, we might be looking at a breach of contract that may be seen to amount to an actual repudiation of a contract, right? So just because something is minor, it doesn't mean that, 10 of those minor things should all be swept under the rug one at a time. If there's so many minor things going on, well, that starts to form the big picture of, breach of contract, and subsequently speaks to, that warranty having been violated as well. So that's something that's important for you to know as a business person, that, if you, and I'm using the word loosely here, very loosely, but if you, so to speak, are wronging somebody, 10 times over on 10 little things, that might come to be seen as a big problem. But also if you are being wronged by another party that you're in business with, constantly about, these little things, then that could amount to a big picture scenario where we're looking at you being able to repudiate the contract as well. Certainly circumstances vary, and if you find yourself in a setting that your feeling isn't right, there's something not right there, and it's flagging to you this might be a big picture legal issue, you should seek legal assistance. And here at Graphene Business Law, all we do is help businesses and business owners. And you may reach us anytime. Our website is graphenebusinesslaw.ca. And of course, you may send us an email at our email address, info@graphenebusinesslaw.ca. Thank you for watching.